Welcome back, 7th graders. Last week we learned about geologic time and how the Earth is really, really, really old. Today we'll learn about the law of superposition. Our learning goals are: I can identify evidence that supports change over time, in other words, that the Earth is changing over time. I can use the law of superposition to make a timeline of my life. And I can use the law of superposition to determine the relative age of fossils. If you're watching this video, you're almost done with part 1. Next, you're going to have to answer a question that shows that you understand that there is change in the natural world. Go outside and find 3 examples of change in your yard and describe what you're seeing. My example was: outside I saw a flower. 2 weeks ago the flower was just a tiny green stem, but now it's almost 5 inches tall and has yellow petals. That shows that I understand that there is change in the natural world. Next, you're going to click here and go to YouTube to watch a video about the law of superposition. When you're done, you should understand what the law of superposition is. If you get stuck, use this picture to help you. Then, test your understanding by looking at this diagram and deciding which organism is the oldest: organism A, B, C, or D. You'll want to use words in your answer like bottom layer, top layer, or middle layer. Finally, it's time for some fun. You're going to use your understanding of the law of superposition to create a layered diagram of your life. Here's Miss Baker's example. You're going to write down major life events that have happened in your life, like learning to walk or talk, riding a bike, learning to swim, etc. Come up with at least 5 things. Then, starting at the bottom, layer the events you have listed, ending with the most recent event, graduating from 7th grade. So, oldest events, newest events. You're going to draw them as rock layers. You can also create it on the computer, but make sure that you're labeling your layers. When you're done, answer the question: why is the learning to why is the learning to walk layer below your graduating 7th grade layer? If you can answer that question, that shows you understand the law of superposition. Finally, you'll share your diagram. Click here to learn how to take a picture and upload from a computer. Click here to learn how to take a picture and upload from a phone. You can include it in this yellow box here. Finally, don't forget to reflect that you can identify evidence that supports change over time. That means that you went outside and saw some examples of change. I can use the law of superposition to make a timeline of your life. And you can use the law of superposition to determine the relative age of fossils.